now, Virginia making it to the Final Four. I think everyone remembers last year, Virginia. It was pretty bad. It was pretty devastating. They were the first team to lose in the first round of March Madness, being a number 1 seed, losing to a 16 seed in NCAA March Madness history. And yes, I slowed it down because the exaggeration of me even saying that in the first time ever needs to be emphasized. The expectations were little of Virginia this year, I think. Specifically after the ACC tournament, how it turned out. Though, like any championship, any champion mentality that anyone has, in order to get to the biggest heights, you must go through sometimes the biggest failures. And this team definitely has. Last year when they lost to that 16 seed, they were determined to prove that championship mentality and say, we might lose hard sometimes, but we'll bounce back and prove something of ourselves. And so far in this March Madness tournament, they have. Because in the ACC tournament, it looked like at first it would happen. They beat NC State 84-64. Then lose to Florida State 69-59, 10-point loss, and could not be said that they were going to have them, that's this run in March Madness. No one could see it. I didn't see it. In March Madness, the first round, Virginia faced Gardner-Webb. Again, a first versus 16 seed. And yes, yet again, Virginia allowed themselves to go down in the first half against the 16 seed. But I believe because of last year, their failure, it helped them to learn, A, we're not letting this happen again. Not now, not never. And they made the run. They demolished them in the second half and beat Gardner-Webb 71-56. They will go on to win against Oklahoma 63-51, against the Pac-10 Conference Championships in Oregon 53-49. If you saw that game, it was a really intense game. Any team could have won that game until the final 2 minutes. Reality decided the fate of the game. Virginia got a 2-point lead, and Oregon started making some silly mistakes. Just silly and not them at that time. Unfortunately, it costed Oregon the win. And that's why Virginia won, because they stayed true to themselves. They made very little mistakes in the final 2 minutes, and Oregon made more mistakes and took more risks that wasn't worth it, unfortunately. Virginia moved on forward. And Virginia, after that, well, of course, faced Purdue. Purdue was a heavy favorite to win this game, I think, because Virginia, out of all the 1 seeds, I think everyone viewed them as the weakest 1 seed. And now, after all said and done, are irony bound because they're the only 1 seed remaining in the Final Four. So, let's get on to the story. Purdue versus Virginia. It was a great game. I hope you watched it. I couldn't watch the final 10 minutes, unfortunately. But the rest, oh man. All I remember seeing was the final shot before they went to overtime. That's the only thing I did watch in the final 10 minutes. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Because Carson Edwards of Purdue was leading that team to make sure they would make the Final Four. 42 points, 10 from beyond the arc on 19 attempts. He is the first player since Stephen Curry to average over 25 points per game in the March Madness tournament. Imagine that. His draft stock must have escalated significantly after this game, if he were to go to the NBA draft this year. Now, continuing forward from that, although everything seemed pretty bad for the time for Virginia, down 2 points, 1 free throw, you got to miss it. You got to pray that someone grabs a rebound and then you make a play. Well, through the team bonding and I think the memory of last year and past failures, the team rallied, and Mamadi Tikati, number 25, was like, I have something to say about this. They grab no one grabs a rebound, it's tossed back, they chase after it, They run after it. They go for it. They grab the ball, pass it again to number 25, Mamadi Diakite, and made a floater to tie the game. I went ballistic when I shot that shot. I was like, oh my God. This is what March Madness is, though, ladies and folks. It was a great game. It was thrilling, eye-dropping. Great game to watch. Great time.